Hey guys, welcome back to MD Disc Golf. We have another fun video for you today. It's already April, which is nuts. We're into the 4th month of the year. But all that being said, that means my first 3-month disc manufacturer bag is now off to the side. We're gone. We're throwing it out with MVP and in with Discraft. We are going all Discraft for the next 3 months. So completely got rid of my MVP bag. This bag right here is now stocked and ready to go, full of Discraft discs. So let's just hop right into it. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, please like and hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below which disc from Discraft is your favorite, or which disc you recommend for me to put in the bag, because I'm not quite done building this yet. If people have recommendations, I definitely won't hesitate to be willing to throw something in the bag. So just to test out, I'm trying to figure out which discs ultimately will go in my final bag at the end of the year. So straight into putters. For my putting putter for the time being, I am going with the Jawbreaker Focus. I'll have flight numbers down here, but this disc just felt good in the shop. I believe the flight numbers said that it flew fairly straight, and that's what I wanted out of a putter. I will say I've putted with it a little bit, and it's not nearly as glidey as that Pixel that I was throwing, so that will definitely be an adjustment. But it feels good in the hand. It's nice and tacky. Good putter for now. We'll see if maybe I swap it up later. All right, next. Brand new Tour Series Jawbreaker Flex Kratos. Got this from Circle Disc Golf. Shout out to those guys. If you guys are looking for some Jawbreaker Z Flex plastic, you guys can go check them out at Circle Disc Golf. They've got some of this in stock. That's where I got this one. But this Kratos is fantastic. I love throwing it. I would compare it to throwing an Envy for MVP. Just great stability, and if you put it on a slight anhyzer, it just goes super straight. Or if you put power into it and throw it flat, dead straight with a little bit of finish. So fantastic disc. I love throwing it for nice upshots, and it goes super far. Next, throwing putter. Of course, I have to have the Luna in the bag. This disc is ridiculously straight. It's a little bit unstable. So if I'm looking for something that I don't want to get back over to the left, something a little bit less stable than my Kratos. It has a pretty similar hand feel other than without the bead, but nice Luna. It's perfect for just an additional complement to the Kratos. Next off, probably one of the most popular discs in disc golf. I've got 2 of them. I've got the zones. So I have the Ringer Top Zone, GT Zone. This one was not produced, or they decided not to fully produce it, but I got my hands on one of the test flight ones, and I absolutely love it. It's a little bit more stable, so my little bit more overstable option is going to be this Ringer Top one, and it's gorgeous. And then for my typical approach, less overstable than the Ringer, I have this X Swirl Zone. Nice and gummy. Love the way it feels in the hand. Love the way it feels on forehand. So nice and gummy, hits and sticks. That's what I love about it. So throwing this a lot on upshots. And honestly, I can throw it on a little bit of anhyzer for some nice flex woodline stuff. Typical zone type shots. And then everyone needs a nice understable mid-range in their bag. I grabbed the Meteor, which is a 5.5 -3-1 disc. I like throwing this so far. It's nice. It's got a nice comfortable hand feel. I can crank over on it, and it's not going to absolutely burn over, but it definitely does like getting right on a backhand. Ready, backhand. It does like getting right, which is perfect for nice little patent pending shots, or when you just have a nice big turnover through the woods or something. So haven't thrown it a ton, but like the feel of it, like the flight of it so far. Next, something to kind of complement the buzz, something I'm testing out is a DGA. So it's not Discraft, but it is manufactured by Discraft. DGA Rift. This is a 5.4 -1 1.5, so slightly more stable flight numbers wise than the buzz. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how well this stacks up against the buzz. I've heard people say that this is what the buzz wants to be, but we'll see. So nice Katrina Allen, cool purple Rift right there. Next, another very, very popular disc in disc golf, the Buzz. Cool pink big B stamp swirl buzz. Absolutely love it. Looks great. Flies like a buzz. Basically super straight. Maybe a tiny bit of finish at the end. What you would expect from a buzz. And then now into one of my favorite discs so far. I've thrown it a handful of times and it just flies phenomenal. I think it's going to be one of my new favorites. Definitely vies for a spot in my final bag. But I have a UV Wasp. UV Color Shift Wasp. This thing, I believe it's a 5.5 -1.2. Slightly more stable than the Buzz. I like to throw any shots and put a little bit of anhyzer on it. And then when I do that, this thing flies super straight and it has a reliable fade at the end also. Love throwing it, perfect for controlled shots. This thing is getting thrown all over the place. Then for some more woods disc golf, I have the Cicada, a nice hyzer flip fest right here. If you haven't seen the Cicada, you can go check out our Cicada video. I'll put a little tag up here or something. This thing flies great, perfect little hyzer flip. I'm not great at hyzer flips, and this thing helps out a lot. So just put on a little bit of hyzer, flips up, rides dead straight, right through the woods. Fantastic. The only thing is it's clear, so you have a little bit of trouble finding it, but love this disc. New one that I haven't thrown a ton, but every time I do, I fall more in love with it, is the Passion. This is the Foundation Disc Golf Connor box one, Break 86, if you guys watch them. I got it in that box, but ESP swirl, it feels good. It's got a kind of a weird bead on the bottom, but not too bad for the way I grip the disc. Super, super straight. You can just throw this a mile and it same line, won't turn, it hardly turns and hardly fades out if you put some nice power into it. Very straight, reliable 8-speed disc. All right, now into our control fairways, or more of our higher speed fairways. 9-speed, cool bar stamp, graffiti stamp, I guess, crystal Undertaker. 9-speed, 9.5 -1.1, I believe. Beautiful looking disc. I haven't thrown this one a ton, but from what I've seen and heard from Undertakers, these things go ridiculously straight. Kind of similar to the Passion. I assume this is almost just a little bit further, faster Passion. So we'll test it out. We'll see if I want to go with this or if I end up throwing the Passion more. But we'll see. It's in the bag. We're going to test it out. See if it stays in there. Next, into our control fairways. Very much control the Yuli Captain's Raptor, Jawbreaker Z Flex, nice flexy Captain's Raptor, super overstable, 9.314. This thing is a beefcake. Love throwing it whenever I need to get right or just chip forehands. Maybe need to get a little bit of skip. If I need just a little bit more bite, I will bump up to this instead of this next disc. I have the regular Raptor, so 2023 Ledgestone Edition Raptor. I do love this. It's a fantastic, overstable 9-speed staple in anybody's bag. I really, really like throwing this disc. It's reliable. Just throw it up on hyzer. It'll push a little bit and then just dump. It It's going reliably left, and it pushes a little bit more than the Captain's Raptor, but I love throwing this disc, and it's a great utility 9-speed. Next, into our 10 speeds, I believe, I have a Avenger SS. I haven't really thrown it a ton. This is going to be a hyzer flip machine, or if I'm in the woods and I need to get right, that's where this comes in. So I'll just throw it flat, let it glide right, or just throw little Sky Annie, and it'll hold the line. It's not going to want to get back to the left. So kind of a utility disc. We'll have to play around with it more. But yeah, that's what this is for. Avenger SS. Next, one of my favorite discs ever. You guys have seen this on the channel before, and I'm so thankful it's back in the bag. But the Onyx. Roll Tide, baby. First ever dye job that I had done. I think it's the only one that I've commissioned. Absolutely love this disc. If I really crank on it, I can get it to go super straight with a reliable fade at the end. This Onyx doesn't fly like its flight numbers. The flight numbers say 10603. I can actually get some turn out of this, or just have it go dead straight. It's almost more of a 10602 or 10601.5. I'd go 02, maybe -1.2, if that. But love throwing this disc when I have a controlled shot and I'm not just ripping on it. But I will rip on it too, because it goes super far. It almost goes just as far as some of my drivers, which I'm pretty excited to get into also. Onyx. Then, for good measure, if I need something just a little bit less stable than the Onyx, or I'm just, for some reason, not throwing the Onyx well that day, I will reach for this Vulture. It's still fighting for a spot in the bag. Little Paul Macbeth. Vulture. Fighting for a spot in the bag. Still not sure how long it'll stay in there, but I do like the hand feel of the Vulture. 10502, a little bit less glide and a bit less fade than the Onyx. Next, if I need a hyzer flip driver or get over to the right driver, I have my Hades Paul Macbeth 6-time claw. Hades, again, haven't thrown this a ton because I tend to throw more on anhyzer rather than hyzer flips. So we'll have to test it out more, kind of see how much. If it's just going to be a utility disc, it won't come out a whole heck of a lot. Next, we have the Valerie Manhano Tour Series Jawbreaker Z Flex Scorch. So this flight numbers are 11.6-22, and I will say the 6 is definitely warranted because this thing just goes. It's definitely stable. The 2 for the fade is definitely accurate. The -2, not so sure about. This thing just likes to go straight and then dump left. So I would almost put it at 11.602 or -1.2, maybe, possibly. Definitely is overstable. I don't know if it's just this run of Jawbreaker Z Flex, but I haven't thrown any other Scorches, but this one's definitely a little beefy. Still getting used to throwing it. We'll see how much I do throw it, but it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous disc. Now, one of my favorites so far in the driver category. This thing absolutely bombs, and the sad thing is I'm not sure if it's still in production or not. That would be the Surge. This thing is a bomber. This is a 2021 Tour Series Z Swirl bomber, or Surge. It's a Surge. I believe the flight numbers are 11.5-1.2. Basically a Wraith from Innova. I don't know. This thing just crushes. I have gotten my furthest throws with this thing. Absolutely love it. Going to be throwing it all over the place. You guys will see this a lot if you watch the videos. And yeah, watch out for this disc, because this thing is going to be in the bag for a long time after this year. Then, one of the original discs in my bag ever, one of my forehand drivers when I first started playing, was the Ezra Aderhold. I think this is a 2022 Tour Series nuke. Can throw it on back in now. Definitely couldn't before, but I can get a nice flex out of it. Can definitely get that -1 now. I'm not sure how this compares to other nukes, but this one's almost puddle tops. Well, not almost. It is puddle top for some reason. There's no dome on this thing. It is board flat, and it flies very well. Just doesn't quite have the glide. Well, again, we'll experiment to see kind of where this fits in and how much I really throw it. Lastly, for the drivers, I have an ESP Force. This thing is just gorgeous, and it has a bunch of bite. It's very beefy. Again, for if I'm throwing like a 350-foot shot and I need it to get a little bit left, I can throw a nice flex shot. Again, I throw on Anheuser, so a nice flex shot will get it to go straight, get that push, and then by the time it's getting back and getting ready to go left, I'm hitting the distance that I want to. So a very nice controllable distance driver to complement that surge. Doesn't quite bomb as far just because of the overstability and the higher arm speed, and I don't quite have the arm speed for that. I think that's why I throw farther with the surge, that 11 speed. But gorgeous disc, love throwing it. We'll probably throw it a decent amount also. And just noticed I forgot a disc in this little pouch here. I have this Challenger, nice Discraft bar stamp Challenger. This one, I'm not really sure what it's doing in the bag. It's more straight to slightly overstable. I think I'm just keeping it in there if I get sick of the Kratos in the Luna and I just kind of want to switch it up, throw something different. You know, maybe I'm having a bad round, or I just want to, you know, clear my mind a little bit. I might reach for this. Not entirely sure why it's in there. This one will probably be a spot that gets swapped around, mixed out. You know, just we'll see what happens to it. But also, you guys might have noticed I am now rocking a different bag. I have the Atlas bag. Forget what this color is called, but I've got my tags on it. Shout out to Tags. This is a, let's see what number I am, 19223, 19223. So this is a global Tags badge. If anywhere in the country anyone has these, I can play with them, I can play around with them, and then we can trade tags, and it's kind of like a social media tag round. It's super cool. Definitely go check them out. I think they're on Instagram for sure, and then they have their website. Maybe I'll link their website down in the description below. Definitely go check them out if you want to get in on the global or, you know, just United States wide tag match. It's super fun. Then local tags. And then in here I just have my essential stuff. I got my hand warmers and rosin bag I'm throwing around. And then I've got some minis and my rangefinder in here. But that's it for the in the bag. Super excited to be throwing Discraft, and yeah, we'll see what happens, which discs I really love, which discs I struggle with a little bit. We'll see how MVP holds up against this lineup. So be watching out on the course in our future videos for this bag. You know, thank you so much for watching this far. And if you have any recommendations for Discraft or see anything that you liked in here, throw down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.